Hello YouTube, I'm Colin. So I had someone ask me the other day, how do I get my videos sounding like I do? The answer is, with a proper dedicated portable recorder. This one is the Tascam DR40. It was a bit of an upgrade from my old Zoom H1, which for some reason, don't ask me why, seemed to have packed up and it started going out of sync with the audio in my editing software and out of sync with my camera, which I thought was a bit weird. So I bought that as a bit of a replacement. I bought it for my other channel, Quite Simple Recording, which I'll put a link to here. Basically, you've got two mic inputs at the bottom, so you can put two jacks and there are XLR leads. So if you want to plug a mic in, like a shotgun mics, if you're doing like a interview and you just want to get the person you're interviewing or the interviewer, you can just pick up the audio straight from that. You've got two little mics on the front, or on the top I should say, that you can switch out and then switch back in again. What's really cool about that is I found that when I had the Zoom H1 you couldn't move the mics. It's stuck in a really wide, what's called an XY pattern, pickup pattern. What you're picking up is everything in like 180 degrees. So the idea of the more sort of focus, or the way that you can move the mics, is so that you can actually get a more direct and focused sound. So you're not picking up the sounds behind you, or you're not picking them up to the sort of wide extremes of you. So that's really cool. And you've got loads of different recording functionalities on here, but I won't go into the major specifics of it. It's just a really cool sounding little recorder. What the process of this video is going to show you is, you know, sometimes you do a YouTube video, you'll get that little annoying like focusing noise, like a or when your sort of lens is trying to get into focus. What I'm going to do is I've got the standard kit lens, which a lot of people probably have out there, and a 35mm 1.8, which a lot of people probably have as well. My other lens is a Tamron 18-270, which is a big sort of 15 times zoom lens, which is cool, looks nice. Anyway, I'm now going to switch over to some audio from my Tascam DR40. Okay guys, so now what I'm going to show you is what happens when you have a dedicated audio recorder and the sort of amount of improvement it makes from using your camera's inbuilt audio. So you'll find when you do use your camera's inbuilt audio, if you're using autofocus, so say if I'm stood like back in yonder distance, it will try and focus on me, or if I move forward or back. When I use a dedicated audio recorder, it's not getting any of the vibration through the camera, so it's not going to pick up that really annoying sort of autofocus noise. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to the camera audio, and you're going to hear what it's going to sound like when it tries to autofocus on something. So here's my iPhone. So there you are. That's the noise you're going to hear when you're sort of trying to focus anything. I wasn't trying to get it perfectly in focus anyway, but the actual lens itself is quite good at focusing. I was just moving the focus point around. So now what you're going to hear is the same thing, but with the Tascam audio. Okay, so you get the point. That's the Tamron 18-270 PZD. Okay, so this is the same thing with the Nikon 35mm 1.8 AFS G lens. Okay, this is the same thing, but with the Nikon kit lens, which is the 18-55mm, 35mm setting. Stuck on auto with the vibration reduction on. This is the Tascam audio. It's the same thing, but with the camera audio. Okay, so as you can probably hear, the actual Tascam audio does make a big difference when you're instead of using the camera's inbuilt audio. And there's also a lot of musicians on YouTube, and you're probably thinking, I don't need the upgrade. If I get a decent enough instrument, it'll come through on the sound on the camera anyway. It doesn't. I've been doing these YouTube videos now for quite a while, and I can honestly say that using a proper dedicated audio recorder does make a hell of a lot of difference, and it does make it sound a lot better. I'm a guitarist anyway, so what I'll show you is, it's a Korean model, but it's got a really nice sound to it. Looks a bit like this. It's a really nice guitar. Cool, so in conclusion, I'm not the master of YouTube channels, but I know I've got a rough idea of what does sound good and what does sound bad. After using a sort of proper dedicated audio recorder, every video I do now I prefer to use one because it does make the audio quality and your actual video value that much better. Thank you for watching. Bye.